Hey guys, John again, Contract Diagnostics. I think we'll be quick today because the question that we had come in is about an employer not willing to negotiate. So if they issue a contract and they say this is non-negotiable and there's something in there that you have to have changed, the conversation's over. If it's a deal breaker, there's no point in asking them to change something. There's no point in accepting something that's a deal breaker. It's going to be a bad gig for you overall and downstream. So let's just walk away if that's the case. But they may mean it's the contract itself's not going to change, but that doesn't mean that you shouldn't ask questions. So we talk all the time here at Contract Diagnostics about clarification versus negotiation, about doing due diligence, about asking the right questions, not just redlining the contract, sending it back in there and telling you, sorry, this isn't going to change. Which, by the way, if any review company is just going to highlight and redline it and send it to you with no context, no coaching, no discussion points, it's not a good firm to have your contract reviewed. Employers don't want that, and there's a much more robust process for physicians to have as they're doing due diligence on an appropriate employment opportunity. But if they're simply not willing to discuss or negotiate anything or even answer questions, I feel that's a red flag. Now, I understand that some employers may not be willing to modify the body of their contract. Oftentimes, they will add an addendum, or they'll add like a letter of intent, if you will, or a side letter that has, things that they won't change in the contract, like your call or the repayment of a particular bonus, but it might be documented in a different way. They just won't change the first 11 pages of their standardized employment agreement that they have for 2 or 3 or 500 other physicians. But if there's something in there, if you're an OB physician and they're not going to cover your tail and you're only going to be there for a year and you have to make sure that your tail's covered, and they say, look, we're just not going to, might be a good idea to walk away. Taking that job and making $220,000 for a year and then having to tail out at $80,000 might not be worth your time. So let's make sure that we understand the risk and what's appropriate just to walk away from when it comes to a non-negotiable deal and something that you've defined as a deal breaker. If we can help define any of those things for you, or tell you what's typical or not typical, or share with you how we've successfully negotiated tens of thousands of contracts, feel free to reach out at Contract Diagnostics. I wish we had a magic wand, but some employers simply won't negotiate, and that just might be a sad truth that we need to come to grips with. And if that's the case, maybe we just stop pursuing the opportunity altogether and shift our focus to a better one.